what's being done to break through the backlog? News 13's Elijah Skipper joins us with the answer. Elijah?
Yeah, the governor says Helene recovery remains a daily focus, and he acknowledges the frustration many people here are feeling. He told me he's meeting weekly with North Carolina's congressional delegation to push stalled federal funding forward, and says bipartisan cooperation has been critical in keeping recovery moving.
Just because we're in a new year doesn't mean we stop working on the issues that we've been working on in 2025.
For Western North Carolina, 2025 wasn't defined by politics. It was defined by recovery.
Our tourist industry in Western North Carolina is nowhere near back to where our small businesses need it to be. We've still got quite a bit of debris removal that needs to be done.
When you look around the mountains, life for many still doesn't feel back to normal. Governor Josh Stein says the state's approach has been to start with the basics.
98% of all roads are now accessible. 99% of water systems are back online. We just announced through the Department of Environmental Quality another $280 million in grant announcement awards.
Stein says the state has moved quickly to distribute money, but delays remain, especially when it comes to federal reimbursements.
They got approval from FEMA to do it. They did the work, they submitted the invoice, and they're waiting. They're waiting sometimes for millions, sometimes for tens of millions of dollars, which when you have a small government, a small county government or a small town, a $3 million outlay is a huge percentage of the budget.
Stein says the frustration is justified, especially for families still displaced. More than 560 homeowners applied for FEMA buyouts after losing homes in flood-prone areas. So far,
not a single one of them have been acted upon by the Department of Homeland Security.
On Capitol Hill, Congressman Chuck Edwards says this year exposed how complex and slow the federal disaster system can be once emergency crews leave.
I think many of us just didn't know what we should be expecting from FEMA in the very beginning, and then as we did realize what we needed from FEMA, we realized there are unbelievable levels of bureaucracy and complication.
Despite the frustrations and red tape, Edwards says one part of this year has stood out above everything else.
I'm most proud of the people of the mountains of Western North Carolina. We have seen our neighbors, our churches, our nonprofits come together and help one another in a way that we've never seen before.
Looking ahead to 2026, both Stein and Edwards say they're focused on infrastructure resilience and working on state and federal legislation to streamline disaster aid for future storms.
Thank you, Elijah. A chimney fire on Gashes Creek Road left 3 people displaced. The fire broke out